This is how I paint a beach condo. Let's go. I'm starting to paint a beach condo. There's the beach right behind the sand dunes back there. I'm painting the whole unit. This is small, but it's 2 bedrooms, and I'm painting all the walls and trimming doors, not the ceilings. The challenging part of these smaller units is just gaining access to the areas that I need to paint. It has the older, smaller bedrooms, so they're small, but they have giant beds in them. So that just makes it hard to get everything to the center and have enough room to work. There's one here as well. The first thing I always do is take pictures of the decor and where the furniture is, because I haven't spent any time in here. And next week when I'm all done, I'm not going to remember where this stuff goes. So I'm going to take pictures. I'm going to start caulking and spackling old nail holes. I got it prepped, ready for paint. Since I'm painting the trim and doors here, there's crown molding here. So I always paint that first before the walls, because it's way easier to cut a nice straight line with the wall paint than it is to try to get your brush on that little lip edge of the crown molding. So I'll paint that first. Also, the edges of these door casings, I just get a small brush, get a coat or two of the trim paint on here, paint that first. And again, way easier to cut a straight line with the wall paint. You can put your whole brush on that surface. It's quicker and it looks better. For the trim paint, going to use this Thor by Richards. It is a, I always forget, waterborne acrylic enamel. It sticks really good, it looks good, and it's just off-the-shelf white semi-gloss. I am ready to get into some wall paint. I'm going to be using this Benjamin Moore Ultra Spec eggshell finish, and it's a Benjamin Moore color, Gray Owl. I got the walls knocked out. I did 2 coats on that. I didn't show the second coat. It looked just like the first coat, except even more boring. So I'm going to dig into the trim now. I'm going to do the baseboards and door casings, and got some window sills. And I always do the doors last because for those I break out a little roller to get some paint on there and then brush it out. And I don't like going back and forth between that. So the doors is the last big project to do. I got the baseboards and door frames done and those 3 window sills onto the doors. I just put some trim paint in a paint tray like this and use a 6-inch mini roller and get a good amount of paint on the door, and I brush it out. I've seen some people, they just roll paint on and leave it, and then you get that stippling effect from the roller. It's not a professional look, so just take that extra time, brush it out, and you can get some really good results like that. As far as the hinges, I saw a video recently, a guy masking off the hinges and cutting it. I paint around the hinges with my paintbrush. I know it's a novel idea, sounds crazy. That's how I learned to do it. It works for me, so that's what I'm going to do. I got the doors done. I got everything done. I got the place all put back together, got my stuff out to the truck. This did take 8 working days. I did 4 days, took a day off, and then 4 more days, and I estimated 8 days. So I do like that part. Some notes on this job. This bedroom, where at the beginning I said little room, big bed, this was hard to do. There was not much room in here. Actually, 3 of the walls, I couldn't even fit my little 4-foot step ladder in between the bed and the walls. So I had to work off of a 5-gallon bucket upside down. The bucket was upside down, not me. I don't know how to do that. But that got me to be able to reach the crown molding and the tops of the walls. And there really wasn't many options. I mean, you can dismantle the bed and put it out, but there's no room to put this stuff. It's going to be in the way somewhere else. I guess the other thing you can do, which I've done in some tight spots, is push it into one corner, do 2 of the walls, but you got to do everything and then push it into the other corner and do the walls and the trim. But I just like to do one thing at a time, assembly line style. That's the most efficient way to do it. Putting this place back together reminded me of how I don't look forward to putting a place back together. It's hard. I took pictures at the beginning and just trying to get everything right back in place. The last job I did was an empty house in between owners. So to put those together, you just put on cover plates and towel bars and you're done. But you got to be real meticulous with this and get stuff just back to where it was. And it seems like something always fails, like some anchor that's been in the wall for 20 years suddenly is loose and the thing won't stay there, or something's crooked, always something to fix. Hey, if you got questions or concerns, leave them down below. Thank you so much for subscribing. Best of luck to you on your paint project. See you at the next job.